そう言ってたっすかね。
いいそうリムル先生らしいよね。俺を巻き込むのはやめてくれ。
分かった分かった。今回はお前らの作戦勝ちってことにしてやる。この勝負危険するぜ。
This was one of the best episodes of That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime this season. This was episode number 21, and this was a fire episode. Like, I'm always talking about, you know, the way you feel about an episode of anime is really dictated by your mood that day, kind of like what kind of mood you're in, and what the anime did to make your day better. And I know that it kind of sounds selfish in a way because it's kind of putting a lot on an anime, but really, as you're watching an anime, as you're playing a game, as you're watching a TV show, they only have one job: to entertain you. And by entertaining you, it should make your day better. Same thing with like music. That's why there's so many people who, like, you know, when they get mad, sad, or angry, they'll watch their favorite this, they'll listen to their favorite that. And it really is there to selfishly entertain you. With that being said, episode 21 was fire. This episode was probably one of my favorites of the season so far. Also, Gobta. By the promise of a fishing rod, he was like, haha. And then freaking Ranga came out of his summon. Normally he has, I don't remember what the other wolf's name is, but normally he has one, like the secondary powerful one. He has like one of the most powerful wolves, but I wasn't expecting Ranga to come out of his summon. And I love how Reamer was like, Ranga just wanted to get into the fight, didn't he? And I honestly, when he was fighting, well, first off, Demon Lord Carrion being part of the tournament, funny shit. But when Ranga was fighting the Carrion or whatever, Lion Nomasku, when he was fighting him, I was like, oh, Ranga about to turn up to 11. Because we've seen it time and time again where Ranga has turned it up to 11. And he's a force to be reckoned with. So I was like, oh, he's about to turn up to 11. And then I was like, oh, maybe Gobta's about to hit us with something unexpected. And they did, right? The fight between Gobta and Carrion, he was able to take advantage of the fact that Carrion wanted to hide his identity. And because of that, he was able to manipulate him and get him to throw the match. He even had Rimuru catching strays by what he said. He was like, it doesn't matter how you win, it matters that you win at the end of the day. And freaking, Hinata being so judgmental of her just in the back, just looking at Rimuru, I'm just like, oh, she gives me, like, Hinata's awesome. She gives me, like, wifey vibes. You know what I mean? She gives me, like, I don't know what Rimuru's... We haven't really touched on Rimuru's romantic life or love life or what could end up being his love life. My best guess is Mini Shizue, whatever her name is, the little girl. I have a feeling that she has her eye on Rimuru. But then you have Shuna, and then you have Shina. Why my brain just like stroked out. But anyways, you have Hinata. Like, I don't know what Rimuru's love life is going to look like, but Hinata gives me the most, like, she would keep Rimuru in line, and gives me like that, like, wifey vibes. And I just love the way when she looks at Rimuru. But yeah, I don't know what his love life looks like, but baby Shizue, when she gets older, and then Shuna and Shion. Jesus Christ, that's the name. Sheena. What the hell? That it's kind of like those are his like love interests. And then I guess you could throw like Milim in there, maybe. But Milim's digressed in age all of a sudden. She used to be like she was like, 18, 20. Now she looks like she's 10. So maybe not Milim. And then you have the elf waifu, the lady who's leads the the elf village or whatever. I don't remember what her name is. They introduced her this season though. But you have her as well too, potentially being that. But anyways, I'm getting really off track. Regardless, the fight between Gobta and between Carrion was awesome. Masayuki is an enigma. Like, I like him as a hero. I like him as a character. And this episode kind of got me scratching my head a little bit because Masayuki very much made it clear to us, at least I feel this way. He made it clear to us, the audience, at least I felt he made it clear, that he does not like his power. His power is hero's charisma. But he used it this episode to sweet talk the bull guy into waiting for him in the in the dungeon or in the labyrinth or whatever. And I was like, bro, just fight him. And that tells me that Masayuki next episode is probably gonna get mopped by our boy Gobta, because Gobta's got nothing but fishy rod on the mind. That means he could probably dispel or overcome the hero's charisma. And then I feel like Ranga is just naturally powerful enough to not fall for that crap. So I really feel like he's going to overcome the hero. So I know next episode he's going to get mopped. But the fact that he has made it clear to us that he doesn't like his power, but yet he used it this episode so specifically, is really, really funny. And I find it so interesting. The other thing is the fight this episode between Geld. I think Geld fought Carrion as well. I was really rooting for Geld. He's one of my favorite characters of the show. I love Geld. I love his backstory. I love the way that he has gotten to where he is. I love that he just looks like anybody else as he's kind of fighting and stuff. Like, Geld is just top notch. Like, I definitely love Geld. Just, as a character, of the show and everything else. And then obviously I love Gobta as well too, you know what I mean? And a lot of the other characters, but I really love Geld. So, I love seeing him here, as a character. Last couple of things I'll say is next episode, we're going to get the cool fight between Masayuki, and we'll probably get the opening of the labyrinth, and we're going to get the Masayuki Gobta fight, and maybe we'll see some of the remnants of some of the folks that have kind of infiltrated, like that Alice girl, and obviously we have Yuki, who is kind of like, you have the villain characters that are kind of like in the background, as everything goes on. And then obviously the episode decided to end on kind of like I guess you could say it decided to end like on a cliffhanger this episode. So it had the Dworgen Gazaru, something. It had the Dworgen king at the end of the episode, kind of being that cliffhanger. So we're gonna get to see what ends up happening on why it decided to end on him this episode too. So anyways, overall, this was a fantastic episode. I was highly entertained. I loved everything that happened, and Team Gobta, Gobta about to clap it up, next episode. And I'm waiting for him to break through. And the hint that he's going to do something wild next episode is because Raphael continues to try and communicate with Rimuru every time Gobta's mentioned. So that tells me that maybe through his recent acquisition of the powers that Rimuru got from... who did he get it from? Lucinda? No. What the fuck's her name? Lucius? Lucinda? Lusamine? Whatever the vampire girl's name is. So it starts with the L. I forget. Y'all know how I am with names. I'd be forgetting shit. But, that power that she gifted him, maybe something was passed through Gobta, because he can gift stuff to his followers. So I'm waiting for him to turn up to 11 next week. It's not Lusamine. Lusa something. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. You guys can run me through in the comments, because I forgot probably your favorite character's name, as I tend to do. All right, friends. I'll see you guys then. Peace out. Have a good weekend.